And here we are again, 7:37. Good Thursday morning to you. The Air Force hanging out with you. Greg Mackel hanging around this morning as we get to meet the Gold Miners' new head coach and general manager, Ryan Wood. Good morning, Ryan. How are you?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. So I'm looking over some stuff here, and former Junior A player from the Winnipeg area, where our sports director, Greg, is from. So former Junior A player.
That's not the big thing.
Minor pro referee.
No, that's not it either.
That's not it either. Former Canadian champion pro wrestler. And national softball team member. But now you're a hockey coach. And that's what we're here to. We're going to leave a whole bunch of meat on the bone this morning for future reference. But we got to get to the hockey team. A lot of people are curious as to what the 2017-18 version of the Gold Miners is going to look like under a new coach and general manager. So give us a hint. Style of play, first of all.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into too specifics in terms of style of play. I mean, I'm pretty much a defensive first coach, and I mean, if you can't keep pucks out of your net, you can't win hockey games. So ultimately, we're going to have a very good defensive responsible group of hockey players, and just kind of build from there. And everything that we've been doing is building from the net out. We've signed some good goaltending, we've signed some great defensemen, and we're just kind of adding pieces as we go along, as other kids' opportunities for other programs, they start to dwindle, and then the kids start trickling down to our program.
Now, you've signed a bunch of guys, so I guess you get to pick how you're going to play because you're signing so many guys, right? It's not a case where you're inheriting a bunch of guys and then make them play your style. You can pick the guys you want here, by the way. You've been signing guys over the last few weeks, right?
Yeah, and that's been kind of the nice thing about dealing with a lot of these kids that are straight out of midget hockey that are looking for opportunities and they're hungry, and they're the type of kids that will come in and run through a brick wall for you, and those are the types of players that I like to have on my team, and generally with the successes that I've had in previous seasons and previous leagues, it's all guys that are just hungry, right? And we want to build that culture of guys with a purpose and goals, and not just kids that show up and aren't quite all about buying into the big picture. And as long as they work hard for the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners, myself and the rest of the coaching staff are going to work hard for them to help them achieve their goals as well, whether it be, move on to, Major Junior or the North American Hockey League down in the U.S. or the USHL or, college at the D3 or maybe even the D1 level, who knows. But, it's kind of a give and take situation. We got kids that want to give and not just take. So, it's going to be a great group of kids, and I'm looking forward to having each and every one of them be a part of the Gold Miners this year.
New coach and general manager Ryan Wood with us this morning, talking about building a team. You mentioned you and your coaching staff. Introduce us to your coaching staff.
Well, we've got a new assistant coach in Simone Chartrand, who's a former midget AAA coach out of New Liskeard. He's on the staff as an assistant. We've also got Brian back as our goaltending coach.
Yeah, and Brian Bertoncello. Bert's a hell of a guy.
Yeah, great guy. I got to meet him in my short little quick trip up to KL in, I guess it was June. And, Brian's a great guy, good goalie experience. And I mean, it's a nice advantage to have. Not all Tier 2 Junior A programs have the luxury of having a full-time goalie coach, and having Brian on board is definitely going to just help, build our goalies up even better than what they're going to come in with. So, and then Doug Bolger will be back, in a new role that we're kind of creating, and it's going to be a great thing to have Doug, because he's a young, hungry coach that wants to learn and develop, and so he's excited. And then we've also had Jed that is going to be involved in more of a part-time capacity, just because of his work schedule and stuff. So he's offered to help out wherever he can. So I mean, we've got a nice core group of people that are want to see the successes of the team rise and get back to being as one of the top teams in the NOJHL, and I think that everyone's on the same page and has the same goals and motivations.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, you signed some big dudes, so you're looking for a physical team?
Well, I think that the teams in the past were very skilled and small, and not to take anything away from skilled hockey players. There's guys that are smaller, but I mean, when it gets down to the grind and the crunch, I mean, you want to be able to have some big bodies to be able to compete against the Powasans of the world, who obviously have a pretty good ability to recruit some pretty good hockey players just with their relationships with the battalions. So, you want to be able to compete physically against all these teams. You might not be able to match them skill-wise, but not only the best skilled team doesn't always win hockey games, it's the hardest working, and I can assure you that that's the type of group we're going to have for sure.
What's your stance on getting kids involved in the community here, Ryan, especially where in this situation here in Kirkland Lake, without a big feeder system to provide local players to you, or bringing in kids from out of town? What's your position on that?
Well, I think it's very important because, I mean, it allows the fan base to get to know the players, not just as a kid wearing a helmet and a jersey and knowing their number and clapping and cheering for them, but actually get to know them on a personal level and get to see the type of kid they are, the character, because then they'll have more invested into the particular player because they personally know them, and that's important. And the teams that I've coached in the past, we've been heavily involved in the community, and I understand that the person that handles the community relations there is great, and I look forward to working with them. And building some great, programs, getting the kids involved in the schools and all the different things that we can do that, I've done in the past that were successful, and hopefully can generate more, more fan support and get the Joe packed like it used to be.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's get to it. Where are you from, Winnipeg?
I grew up in East Kildonan. East
Kildonan.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm a River East and Kildonan East Collegiate high school guy, and I haven't lived in Winnipeg now in 10 years.
Judging by the look on Greg's face when you described where you're from,
I
think you guys are already on opposite sides of the fence.
Oh yeah, he's probably like a tuxedo guy.
Grew
up in
Maples.
Oh, Maples. I lived in the Maples from kindergarten to grade 6, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I went to OV Jew at school.
Well, there you go then. Yeah, see, I was there a long time ago.
I think you're back at the good books now.
Okay.
No tuxedo.
Hey.
Fergie, you know what he's implying there?
No.
That I'm stuck up.
Well, yeah. Actually, no. He's not stuck up. He's just one of the most miserable people you'll ever meet in your life.
Well, at least we're not both. At least Ryan, we're not both from Transcona.
Yeah, that could be
inside joke.
Yeah, that's a rough go for sure. Definitely a rough go. Sorry to all my Transcona friends that are listening.
Training camp, Ryan. We got about a minute left. Training camp, August 21st.
Yeah, August 21st to 23rd, Monday to Wednesday. Schedule we haven't formally gotten.
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, how many guys?
I'm hoping to have 30 to 35 guys at our main camp, and I know we've got some good young kids that are from some of the midget programs locally that are going to be coming out, and it'll be great to identify some of them for the future and see what they can do, and we've got some other kids coming from, we got some good American kids coming up that, one of the last couple of import spots that we've got, and some good Canadian kids down from Toronto and other provinces. So I mean, it's going to be if everything kind of falls to place like things have been going along here, it should be a pretty competitive camp. And, even though some of the guys that we've signed, I mean, they're still going to have to come in and earn their keep. So.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, Ryan.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to, getting up there full time and just putting my head down and concentrating on trying to build a winner.
Well, all right. And let us be the first to wish you a happy birthday. It's coming up Saturday, all right?
Yeah. Yep. Another year closer to 40.
40?
Yeah. Well,
another year closer.
You're just a child.
Well, I guess you can say that. But.
40. Got items in my household older than you are.
Nice to meet you, Ryan. Good luck.
Yeah, nice
See
to
you
meet
next
you guys.
month.
Appreciate it. And looking forward to it. And thanks for having me on. And looking forward to doing it again in the future.
Yes, indeed. We'll chat again soon, and keep up the work, keep the nose to the grindstone. And I know you're going to put a team together that Kirkland Lakers are going to be proud of.
Yep, and I that's all that's important to me is making sure that the community really enjoys the team and we put an entertaining product on the ice for sure.
All right, Ryan. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yep, thanks, guys.